It's not about speeding up the process. It's about stop slowing it down. I'm Brian Withers, empowerment coach, trainer, and author. I had a comment on one of the videos. Somebody wanted me to talk about speeding up the process and where do patience fit in with all of this stuff. And I wanted to do this video to show how those concepts of speeding it up and the idea of patience, that's all faulty belief stuff. So let's look into this, because it's really not about speeding it up. You don't want to say, how do I speed this up? You want to think about, how do I stop slowing it down? Because it's just the resistance that keeps it from coming into your experience. So if you just get the resistance out of the way, you remove those blocks, and it's going to flow in very nicely and in a way that's very comfortable and very satisfying for you. So speeding up is lack. When you're thinking speeding up, that means you're feeling like you don't have it. That's lack. And patience is absence. So you're thinking, well, when's it going to come? And that's absence. So you see, both of those concepts are actually just you slowing it down, blocking it from coming to you. You see, here you are, and then you've got these faulty beliefs around you. The path is looking for you, the path of details that want to deliver that thing. They want to get to you, but you got this bubble, this this faulty belief bubble around you, and you're thinking things like speeding it up and patience. When you're thinking about lack, you're in a lack state at that point. So we want to get out of the way and stop slowing it down and receive it, because you see, we came here for joyous expansion, and the creative process shows us it is a cycle of joyous expansion where contrast constantly happens in our life, and it causes the expansion of what we want. And then as we're going through our day in good feeling, positive feeling, thought energy for any reason, then we're going to receive. And we have unlimited good feeling thoughts available to us in all cases at all times. So we can easily participate in that joyous expanding cycle of contrast, expansion, and receiving over and over. That's what we came for. That's what the joyous expansion of life is all about. So let's take a look at first, how did that idea of speeding up the process, why are we in that situation where we're actually looking for it to be sped up? Because our inner being has just a wonderful path set up for us, something that we want to savor. We do not want to rush through the path. The things that we want, quite frankly, are an excuse to get on another path, because the path that's delivering all those things to you is really where so much of the joy of life is. It's fantastic, that path. You see, there's no wait time in there. That path is always there. So we don't want to speed up those things any more than when we go to a beautiful food buffet. We don't want to run past everything and go right to the dessert bar. Sure, we're going to get there and we're going to enjoy it, but there's all kinds of goodies there to enjoy well before we get to that part. And we don't want to skip any of that. We want to savor all of that, and life is just like that. So what's happened to humanity? Why are we trying to speed things up, get our hands on things? Well, because from faulty beliefs, there is just a general over sort of bearing, if you will, thought and feeling of lack and scarcity and shortage and feeling limited, not enough, absence. These are the things that are a general feeling throughout humanity, because it's like a sense of we just can't get enough. I mean, if you ask somebody, okay, how are you living? And so you look at that, and then you say to them, well, what do you want? In many, many cases, what a person is living and what they want is going to be different, which means they live. A lot of people live with what they think they can have versus what they want. And that's because of all those faulty beliefs that, of how it is that we can have what we want. And in the old faulty belief world, it's about making things happen and getting your hands on money. Because money is going to be the thing that gets you everything. And it's not that way. But when you believe that it is, and you're not sure how to get the money, and so you're always kind of just getting things, but never the full experience that you want, right? And so, that kind of causes a feeling of urgency or even desperation, when you just can't get that full satisfying feeling. You got some, but it's never the full thing that you want. And so this is a big driver for how can we speed up this energy process, this manifestation process, so that we can more quickly get those things, get our hands on those things that we want. We really, really want them, right? And we really, really haven't had them for a really, really long time. So this is what's driving so much of that wanting to speed the process up. You see, because when we live with faulty beliefs, here's the full pipe, but you can see from the image here, it's pinched off with faulty beliefs. So the flow is way less than what it would naturally be if we were flying along in high vibration energy through our day, have that pipe wide open. Everything would be flowing, the path to everything would be flowing in, and we would know it's coming, and we would be comfortable with it all. We wouldn't be looking for any fast track to anything. We would be fully enjoying the path to everything. And it's just, again, a continuous cycle of contrast for the asking, for the expansion, and then the receiving. And that's the cycle that we would be living in. But we're not living in that. We do the asking. That's natural. Contrast is natural. The asking is natural. The expansion is natural. Your inner being has it all set up. It's the receiving part. That's where we got blocked. We're blocking the receiving because we got so much low vibration energy going on in our day, and thinking of speeding things up and having patience are two of those things. But there's many, many more things like guilt, right? That's slowing it down. Frustration is slowing it down. Anxiety slows it down. Boredom slows it down. Any of those really, when that negative emotion, you're slowing it down, slowing down the receiving. And so we want to get back into the natural understanding that it is vibration. Our thought energy is the currency of life that buys everything. And we have access to that in unlimited quantities every day of our life. In every moment, we are rich in positive feeling thought energy, and we can be certain that we have it. Whereas, money's it's an external thing, so there's no certainty going into the world to get it. Whereas when you talk about vibration, that's within you. It's absolutely 100% guaranteed. And in fact, your daily potential for flowing high vibration thought energy, positive emotion energy, is 100%. Every day of your life, all times, no matter what's going on, your daily potential is 100%. And the reason is because in any given thing going on in the day, you always have the independent choice of which way you're going to choose a thought about it. It could be a good feeling thought or one that doesn't feel good. And that is a choice that you can make. So you see, once we get on to this vibration as being the currency of life, now we're going to relax so much more, and we understand the creative process. The idea of lack and scarcity and shortage and not enough and absence and all that, it's just going to go away. It doesn't even make sense, really. Those words only make sense in a faulty belief world. They make no sense in the creative process world, none whatsoever. And so this is the reason, though. I wanted to show this image to show what the reason is why people want to speed things up, and they're wondering how patience fits into it. And I'm going to go into the patience in the next image here. But this is the reason for the wanting to speed up, because it's almost like if you always eat, but you get something to eat, but it's never enough to satisfy you. It gives you something, but you don't walk away feeling satisfied, right? And so you're always like, when am I going to get that meal that's just going to satisfy me? When am I going to get enough? And so that's the thing with humanity for a long time, is there's just never enough. I don't want to be overfull. I don't want to eat so much that I'm uncomfortable, but I want to eat enough that I feel satisfied. And I want to eat like that every day. And that's the way we want to live our life. We want to have the things that we want at the level that feels satisfying. But because of faulty beliefs, we never achieve that satisfaction, that physical satisfaction. And the way that we start to get around that, get back in alignment, is start to work with our thought energy, get all those faulty beliefs out of the way, and get into emotional satisfaction. We can always finish our day, go through our day with emotional satisfaction. That's the thing we have control over. If we do that, if we will do that and not let faulty beliefs take us away from that, then the physical world satisfaction will start to manifest, and we won't be thinking about speeding anything up. We'll be very satisfied with the flow that comes. So let's look at the patience part of it. Where did patience come from? Now, when you're learning, right, you have patience when you're learning, because sometimes you just want to speed up and like you want to know it all, you want to be the master. But you just got to go through the learning process. And that's what we're in right now. That's what I teach, with my books. This is a learning process. This is an education to learn how to use, first of all, to learn how the universe works. And then in terms of supporting human life for joyous expansion, and then learn what our human part is in that with our thought energy. And so you just want to relax into that learning. A lot of people just want to speed ahead and sort of be the master. Give me that peace, Brian, that will just let me be the master of my mind, and so I can get on with it. And it's like you just got to do the education. That's all there's to it. So you could say you want to have patience with learning. It takes time but every day you're engaged and you are learning. So even it's questionable to even relate the word patience to that. But once you are living your high vibration life, there's no patience at all, because the path to the things that you want are now, they're today. You have no time to twiddle your thumbs. You want to be busy with your emotional productivity every day. You want to be looking at that 90% plus emotional productivity every day of your life, so that you're flowing in that high vibration energy and you're living in that cycle of joyous expansion. And you'll find out very quickly there's no patience required there whatsoever, because you'll be receiving the path of details. Ideas are going to come to you that you're going to act on, inspired action, the timing of things, resources, people, everything. It's all going to be flowing into your day, and you are going to be very busy if you are living in that high vibration energy. You're feeling the emotional essence of your dreams and desires. You see, there's just no room for patience in any of this. You want to be busy all the time with your emotional energy, and if you are, then that's going to invite things to you. That's going to keep you very busy through your days and participating in the receiving of the path and the moving along on the path. So the question is not what should I be doing. The question is how should I be feeling in order to receive the path and receiving the things that I want. What is it that I want to do with my thought energy so that I'm feeling in alignment? I'm feeling positive emotion. I'm feeling high vibration. See, we grow up so much about, well, what should I be doing? I'm not sure what should I do next, right? A lot of times that's what people think. Not sure what to do, where to go, what to do. And then it's like, well, do I need patience? I hear about energy. Well, do I just sort of sit still and feel good and I gotta have patience while things come? And the answer to all of that is no. When you're feeling good, that's high vibration energy. Law of attraction is connecting you with details of the path. That path is going to keep you very busy. And so patience is not needed for any of this at all. So there's no thought about speeding up the process or having patience. You want to stop slowing it down. So, when you cause delays when you're thinking about speeding it up, you're actually causing delays. And when you're thinking about patience, you're causing delays. And that's the worst you can do, is delay things from coming to you, because they're done and ready. And they're never going to go away. You can't miss your ship. And as soon as you get in alignment, get that positive energy flowing through your day, then you're going to have a comfortable path, an interesting path, an exciting path. Details, your day is going to be filled with all kinds of things that are really wonderful surprises and delights, quite frankly, that your inner being sets out for you to come together and connect with the things that you want. So it's a real paradigm shift from the old make it happen action world, where you're thinking there's so much action has to happen before this comes to before I can get this thing that I want. It's all action oriented, action based, forcing things, making them happen. And then we want to move into the vibrational paradigm of living, where it's inviting the things, inviting the action to us. It's all high vibration, good feeling action, and it's engaging, and it's guaranteed that as we move along on that path, just as sure as we move through a food buffet, we are going to come to the dessert bar, and we're going to fully enjoy that. And so that is the way of life. We're moving through our day, savoring all the wonderful things of our day, and then we are going to be receiving the things that we want. Now, it doesn't start out like that, because remember, you've got faulty beliefs. So there's a certain amount of deconstructing you've got to do of faulty beliefs to get the momentum going, so that flow of the path and the receiving comes in. So the first thing that's got to be done is to get your energy in alignment. And that is all that deconstructing of those faulty beliefs. And the more you deconstruct them and deactivate them and get them out of the way so that they're not interfering with you, not influencing you to think ways that are low vibration, now you're going to get momentum, and that the path of details are coming to you without any interference. See, so it'll feel like it's faster because there's no interference. You got to get the interference out of the way. So that's why you got to do, and I talk about the 7 stages of manifestation change. You want to get all that deconstruction done of those faulty beliefs. Get them so that they're not interfering at all. They're not bothering you anymore. They're not talking to you in a way that gets your attention. You hear them and you say, no, nonsense, silliness. I don't listen to that anymore. This is the way it is. This is the way I want it to be. This is the story I'm telling. This is who I am. You're just feeling good about everything. That's stage 4. That's alignment. You notice how more productive you are with your emotions in the day. You're starting to work up to achieve that 100% high vibration potential. And then stages 5, 6, and 7 start to come along. Now, once you get in that loop, then stage 4, 5, 6, and 7 will just be your loop, and it is going to happen in a way that's very satisfying and fulfilling to you. And you're not going to be wondering, where is it? When's it coming? How can I speed it up? What do I do in the meantime? Nothing to do, that kind of thing. All that's going to go away. But just remember, there is that initial work that has to be done to clear up the energy and get the momentum of those faulty beliefs out of the way so they're not interfering. And so that's the video for today. Thanks for listening in. If you have any questions, leave them on the post, and enjoy your day.